Just to introduce myself, my name is Tony, um, owner of Payne's Beauty and Barber Supply. A lot of you know me, been buying from me for a while now. Some we have a lot of new people that some people don't know me. Also, I have my assistants with me, Amber Wilson and Amanda Wilson. And we're going to get started in just a few minutes. So we're going to get started. Once again, I'm Tony. I'm from PaynesBeautySupply.com, and I want to thank y'all for joining us, taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening. With that being said, I'm going to bring on Amanda Wilson. Amanda?
Hello, everyone. It is an absolute honor to introduce a true industry leader in the field of cosmetology. With an impressive 37 years of experience, our speaker has dedicated his career to educating, innovating, and elevating the hair care industry. As the CEO of Hair Hero Elite LLC and the author of The Breakage Book, How to Not Lose Your Hair, he has shared his expertise with both professionals and clients, helping them achieve healthier hair. Not only is he a product developer, creating solutions like AlkaScalp skin therapy for alopecia, eczema, and various scalp disorders, but he also has been a driving force in hair education. Since 1993, he has served as the chief educator for Straight Request products and as a color educator for Idly Hair Fashion. His past contributions include being a former color educator for Bobby J. Hunt's Color Alike and a former stylist for the Southeast Bronner Brothers Dream Team. His passion for teaching has taken him nationwide, providing invaluable education to salons, seminars, and trade shows across the U.S. With over 40 instructional videos covering theory, technique, and color education, he has shaped the knowledge of countless hairstylists. Please join me in welcoming the esteemed, talented and visionary Vaughn Leon.
Hoo. How y'all doing? Y'all, I want y'all to first, I want you to remember, you just want to walk away with at least one takeaway today. It's something that you can add to what you already know or something that you did not know. But our whole thing is to help educate you in a way that you're empowered to make better decisions about your hair and sometimes about your health. That we put this together so we can help you, the consumer and the professional. Consumer is first because all of us serve you. Okay. So I want you to ask away. If you don't want to ask out loud, you are feel free to chat me or chat um, Amanda or Amber, Tony, and they can ask the question for you just in case you don't. But please ask. This is a powerful way where you can ask. You know, we used to ask a nurse. Now you can ask a hair hero because all us professionals are heroes. All right. So, as professional, one of the things I love to tell people, find a local hairstylist that you can go to for different services and treatments and consultations. Find one that believes in healthy hair, not just hairstyles. There's a lot of people that are great hairstylists that are taking people edges out, hair out, and everything else out. But find someone that believes in treatments and education. You can't go wrong with that. Okay? Yes, yes. Well, let's see what we say in the chat. Everybody turning in. Send your information so you can receive further emails and things about these free Zoom classes. When I say they're great, everybody needs to jump on board and then share it as much as possible. Okay? Um, y'all know in the last session, I laugh of what I know I'm gonna say. Uh, I want all hearts and minds to be on one accord today. So, Sam, you can already start laughing at me. Oh man. So right now we have some great conditioners. I want to first give honor to Sam. Sam is a great stylist. Y'all follow him on I don't know whether he prefer Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, but follow him on all his platforms. He's a superb silk blowout specialist. Uh, the king, the king. You like that, Sam? All right. Man, I take it as an honor that he joins on. He's been a Straight Request user and person that loves education, and you can't just tell him anything because he knows a lot. So I'm highly respected that he's in these classes. So we want to start off with talking about making sure you choose great products. There are a lot of great products out there. I'm not going to tell you that there aren't, but they are. But sometimes lack of knowing how to use them is the culprit. Sometimes we're not educated enough on when, how to use it, what to use. One of the things that I say, but this is my personal practice, I do not recommend protein treatments to consumers or clients because that's the one product that can have you um, lose hair and a lot of hair. Okay, I know a lot of people will not agree with this next statement, but it's okay. I'm cool with it. You cannot. I would tell people you cannot. How I would say it. You cannot over condition your hair. Okay. Now the question is, why should I? Why would I say that? Because if you're over conditioning hair, well, not no. Let's say it another way. There's not over conditioning hair. It's using the wrong conditioner for your hair, not just hair type, for your hair at the present moment. Because this is one of the reasons why I do not recommend protein treatments. They have some not on African American hair. They have some great advertisements, and I have clients that buy proteins and they wonder why their hair start falling out because it becomes dry and brittle, or they're using European-based shampoos and conditioner, rather relaxer-based shampoos and conditioner. Two different things. Okay. Now, you use protein until you don't need to use the protein anymore. Then you need to use your hydration or your moisture. To continue to use protein because it worked for 8 weeks. Now, that ninth week, it's the wrong conditioner. If you don't say amen, I will. But anyway, you're using the wrong conditioner at that time. And most people don't know when to stop using protein, especially if you're a consumer and you haven't been trained on it. You use protein until it's not needed. Okay. Periodically, yes, you can use a cream protein or a protein treatment, but that's when the power of education comes in. And your percentages are higher when you go with a licensed professional. Now, when you go with a competent licensed professional, you're in the right ballpark. So someone that believes in education, all right? So they know when to stop. They know how to examine your hair. They know how to pull on it. They know how to test it. And then they look at the tension on the hair and says, your hair is strong enough. Let's move on. We don't need protein at this point. To put it on, it can be counterproductive because now you could be drying it out because protein has a drying effect. You can dry it out, and now your conditioner, your moisturizers and conditioners are really just balancing its way into a negative for a picture. I just kind of want you to get it. But if you use the moisture when it's time for just moisture, you move your hair in a more positive way. Okay, I hope you understand. You kind of get that. So that's why I do not recommend protein treatments. I think protein treatments need to be under professional supervision. Some people are different, but that's their choice. And then cream proteins are just proteins and moisturizers mixed together. So that's what that is. That is can be a little bit safer. If I had to choose, I would choose a cream protein, but I don't recommend any protein to my client. I tell them that's my job. And if I do give you a protein regimen, trust me, you have to come back in for a consultation within 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks to be reevaluated to see if you still need it or if it's the right fit for you. I'll tell people to find a local stylist, go in, and it's just like a doctor visit. It is no different. When you go in, sometimes they give you a prescription, you take it for their whatever amount of time, let's say 2 to 4 weeks. Come back in, we'll book you another consultation in 1 month so we can examine your hair, see if it's going in the right direction, the right path, if this is working for you, or do we need to adjust it? At that time, I'll either assign you another 2 to 4 weeks, or I say at this time we can discontinue using the protein treatment and let's only do moisture or hydration and moisture or something like of that sort. So that I want you to really understand that. European hair produces a lot of moisture, as we know. The hair is oily. Hispanic hair is hold on. I'm gonna just mute. Hispanic hair carries some oil. They can get away with it. We're on the opposite end of the spectrum. Let me bring you into a vision. Imagine you have a line from 1 to 1,000. Okay. Now we're just going to be testing the level of moisture that each particular group. We're going to just do 3 groups because in all 3 groups, everybody is in there. European hair may need 100 to 200, and 300 will be maximum moisture. Okay. Hispanic would start at 400 to 500, 600 for maximum moisture. African American will start at 7, unless you have someone that's kind of had some that's a little mixed. Sometimes you have African American hair that's slightly oily, then they will fall into that 600 realm. But for instance, predominantly dry hair is 7 to 1,000. So if you use a European base made from a European chemist based shampoo, they're making it for the majority of the Caucasian race or European race. So their super moisturizer at 300 will not be enough moisture for you if you're African American and you need 700. They may make it look fine today, but in the long run, your hair can start feeling like paper because it's not enough. You use Hispanic can generally go teeter-totter because they have less moisture and they can use a little bit of each side. But their super moisturizer might be just enough for you to looks better, feels a little better, doesn't get as dry if you continuously use it as a European product. So a lot of times I ask people who made the product because it's who they made it for. It's formulated for, not you. Okay? And especially if it's their protein. We need moisture. We showed a commercial the last time, I think. Tony, didn't we show about the hair texture in the last video? Right. So we showed the hair texture video. You can find it on Hair Hero Elite under shorts. Hair texture is a good way for people to understand or to communicate with a hairstylist. It's like code words, okay? One is oily. That's the greatest amount of oil. Hair is straight. So if you put water in a straw that's straight, it'll go right down. That's what happens with your natural oils. They go right down the hair shaft. That's why the hair is oily. Once it gets to two is wavy, three is largest curl is A, the largest curl. B, C is the smallest curl on a level three, which is slightly oily. Fours are dry. Okay. A 4A and a 3C are very close. Okay, the curl texture. And then you have B and C. And no, all of y'all are not, just because you're African American, you are not 4C. Everybody's not 4C. Can I hear the church say no? We ain't all 4C. We all can, but look, we're not, everyone is not 4C, even though they think they are. Okay? So now get back to the moisture. If you use a super moisturizer from a European-based company that's making it for European people, you will be 400 molecules of moisture short. You use it from a Hispanic company, a Spanish company, you will be closer to what you would start needing. You'll be 100 short, but you might be able to get away with it just for now until you can get your relaxer based products. All right. Then you have your 7, 8, 9 to 1,000. We need all of that. That's why you can't over moisturize your hair. I don't believe in it, and I love for someone to show me different. And until then, I'm gonna ride off what I said, because when you retain a lot of moisture, it may make your hair feel heavy, but it won't start breaking and get stretchy and just pop. That is from a lack of protein in the hair. So one of the ways you know what you need is when you shampoo your hair, okay? When you shampoo your hair and you're shampooing, if your hair, you lift your hands and it feel like you was talking to Spider-Man and you got webs of hair and you start doing this, then you need, that's a lack of protein, because the moisture is present, but it doesn't stretch and return. So by having a bunch of hair when you're shampooing shows that you need more protein. Now, if you brush your hair when you're styling it in the morning, it's dry, and you start seeing brittle pieces drop off everywhere, that's a lack of moisture. So those are two detectors to let you know which one you kind of need. Hydration falls in the middle. Hydration is always needed. I'm gonna say that. I love that. Sometimes we can bypass it and just do a quick moisturizer like we're talking about today. But so if you break wet and dry, you need both. Okay? Go to your stylist. If your hair is shedding when you shampoo it and you look like Spider-Man, immediately book your appointment with your local stylist to go in and get a professional treatment and get it done correctly. Don't do it at home. I have people to start doing it at home. See, the point is, the reason I'm telling you this, because I've had clients, instead of calling me, they've seen a great commercial, because they have great advertisement, great commercials, reels, shorts, all of that. And then, oh man, that'll help my hair. But those ain't your people. And sometimes they put us on there, and I work for a company. It looked real good, but come to find out later on, those people were using something else after they got off stage and told everybody they could use this product. Because I would talk to them after, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I do that because the company tell me to. I got to keep a job." I'm like, man, I couldn't work. I couldn't do that, and I'd rather quit. And I have quit a company because of things I didn't see was right. Because I'm like, I can't go up there and share with these people and telling them that this product does it, and it doesn't. I have a huge issue with that. So, and when I worked for that company and they would ask me because they knew I was an educator, and I was like, I wouldn't choose that one. I might go with something else. And so that being said, so you understand why I don't recommend protein, because you got to know when to stop. And it's important that you do that. That you go see a professional if your hair is shedding real bad while it's wet, not just because you're taking braids out, because braids can be different. Okay, your hair loses 50, 75 to 150 strands a day naturally. If you've had braids in your hair for 2 months, 3 months, and then you're taking them down, you have a couple of factors that can show you look like you losing a lot of hair. Number one, that hair has been trapped in the braid. Okay, so naturally gonna come out. Number two, you're taking your braids out dry. You haven't fed that hair in 2, 3 months, and you're just combing it out. So now you're gonna be losing hair from tension, like so you not really tension alopecia, but you're breaking it with how the method that you're using to take it out. You probably should use a really good leave-in conditioner. Message a real leave-in conditioner that gives the hair coating and slip so that it will be easier for you to take out the hair and saturate it. I know you might be buying the product, um, but you need to do something. Um, Tony, I'll let Tony know about one of my favorite that I use. Really great detangler, but we'll say that for another episode. A lot of braiders and a lot of people are using it for dry curls and for natural comb out, wash and goes. But it's a great it's a great detangler. So if you're wearing braids, yes. Now, if your hair is already shedding and breaking, then you should not be going into braids unless you're taking them out in 2 weeks. You can do some big rolls just to get past this this event, but you don't need to have your hair in braids while if you're already shedding and breaking while your hair is dry. You're going to increase your problem because the hair is not being fed, so it's going to break more when you come out of it. Okay, and you're probably going to need a nice deep deep cleansing shampoo, a chelating shampoo, deep cleansing shampoo when you come out. Maybe one that will treat the scalp because we don't. If your scalp hasn't been taken care of, then you need to. Tony, we've had two great classes. One, I mean, we've had classes on a great straight request shampoos, the do's and don'ts and the wills and won'ts that we mentioned. There was definitely a couple of won'ts in there that I didn't agree with, and we shared to you. I think Tony has that. Tony, do you have that video um, able to post it on your site on
Yeah,
the
Amber can put a link. It's on our YouTube
Okay.
page.
Yes, definitely watch that video. Coming out of braids and you got a lot of product and debris in your hair. Watch that. There's a great video on a great shampoo to come out of braids. And then you're gonna follow with a great moisturizer behind that. You won't use it by itself. It's not a standalone um, issue. Then I know some people love. Can I just get one thing? No, you don't have a one thing situation. Most time we have compound situations, so we need to resolve one thing and then to attack another for your benefit. I mean, are you getting some good things right now that are helping you? Please tap in the chat. Um, if we are giving you some good information.
We had a
Can I?
question from Erica Jacobs.
Yes.
She was
Okay.
asking about how about the clarifying shampoo and conditioner.
For
That was
clarifying
back
shampoo,
when you was explaining. If she could come on and ask her question,
give us a little more clarity
Erica
on
Jacobs.
When taking out braids or
Yes.
oh, you talking about so
Yeah.
when taking out braids?
Um, I was saying using other shampoos, any other shampoos maybe not don't work for your hair. Not good. Maybe it's not for my hair. Maybe I was trying to think to use clarifying, maybe detangle it.
Referring to what? Taking out braids? Or just as in
Can I ask that question maybe when it's when after you finished with the topic of braids?
okay, yes. We'll come back to you.
Maybe can
So
I ask that question later?
yes, you sure can. All right.
But I'll
So
make sure I don't confuse you.
no, we're fine. We was getting ready to end because I was just talking about when you come out of braids, definitely use a great leave-in conditioner, moisturize that hair before you take it out because that tension on the hair that hasn't been fed. And then sometimes you have synthetic hair that's cutting into your natural hair. So you definitely want to use a really great detangling shampoo, I mean leave-in spray most time because a cream it's hard to get the cream into the braids, soak into the braids, so it'll comb out easily. So,
And,
and that's pretty much the end of what I'm talking about braids.
I
You want
heard
to,
about the synthetic got chemicals. They say they're not good for your health. I heard
well,
you could soak it in vinegar and baking soda.
I don't remember everything, but yes, my daughter is a braider. She preach when people bring certain particular brands in, she treats them to detox them from the excess chemicals because they're putting something else on it. I don't know why, but yeah, there's been an issue with the braids, the chemicals and things that they put it on braids hair. So yeah, you want to pre-treat it. I don't know the remedy. I'll see if I can have my daughter respond to me and let me know
Or you could
what
go on
she does.
YouTube, you could
Yeah,
find
you
it.
probably can and
They'll
find
tell
out.
you they tell you to put baking sodas and vinegar to soak it maybe for like 10 minutes, and then you put not any kind of I just use tea trees and and tea tree I use TGI no TGIN conditioner I could use.
Referring to
I,
braids, the
that could be a
synthetic braided
wig
hair.
too. I got braided hair, but I want to know. I need to get out of these braids.
Okay, well, maybe we'll do. Tony, we should look into doing one about braids and everything on that. So
So
we'll try to do a class and we'll address everything about braids that you want to know. Okay,
yeah,
and then we'll get those formulas out and talk more about that because that is something I've been seeing pop up on my thread more, and then we can discuss that.
whenever you come with the topic, maybe have you whenever you come with a topic with how to just wearing your hair natural for good.
Okay, well, everyone has their own choice though. So we can talk about
Yeah,
braids, and then people that want to wear it natural. I like to do one on maybe wash your goals or wearing your hair natural. We'll do one, and then we can do another one on braids, or we'll do braids versus natural. Wear it out.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, so we'll document that, and we'll put see if we can put that on the queue with Mr. Tony.
yeah, and that could be people's preferences. They don't prefer to wear it natural. They just prefer putting chemicals in their hair,
Yep,
getting perm.
yep.
That's it.
That's the choice.
Yep. My choice is I just want to take care of wearing it natural and just how about aloe vera?
What about it? Concerning what topic?
Yeah, I think that could soften your hair.
Well, there's a lot of good things, but we're going to talk about some things right now that are good for conditioning your hair, and
Yeah.
on this next. That's why I took that little break to let people ask questions now, because we're getting ready to go into the conditioner. I think it's going
Yeah,
to be
I
some
have a
good stuff
follow
that you like.
that I can tell you.
Okay.
I'll let you go ahead and keep going.
All right. Thank you for your comment.
You're welcome.
So, next, let's talk about let's talk about the difference. Did I complete everything that we needed to do on that about the moisture kick? So you do understand about 1 to 300, 4 to 600, 7 to 1,000, understanding what African American hair needs is the superior moisture. We need more moisture than everyone else because we have a dry texture hair. All right. And we're going to get ready to talk about the conditioners because, well, treatments and conditioners, two different things. All right. A conditioner is like a nice car, range between 10, 20,000. Treatments, they're going to start you around 30,000 and up because most of the time when you're paying a higher cost, then you're going into your treatment status, a higher grade of conditioners and treatments, or they're made for breakage or hair retention or saving your hair or keeping your hair on until you grow out a whole new head of hair. That's a whole nother experience that no one likes to go through, but I've had to do it. I've definitely had to do that before, is give people treatments just to keep what they had until they can grow hair out because they went to different people and their hair was taken out to the point. So they just wanted to maintain what they had with extension and they just couldn't bear to let it go. And so for a year and a half, we did treatments to keep it on their hair and strengthen their new hair out until they grew out a whole new whole new head of hair. That's an extreme, but it happens. Everybody does not do a big chop. And a big chop is not always needed just because um, the hair is weak. We'll talk about that too if we just be reminded. So the first conditioner that we're going to actually show, um, we're going to talk about Power K60. It's a conditioner. For us, it's called a conditioner. It's a great quick fix conditioner. Everyone needs to have this under your on your conditioner shelf, back bar, underneath the bathroom counter. And if you have girls, you need to buy a bigger size. You need to buy that 4 pound. Quit playing. Don't buy a 16. You need to buy a 4 pound and keep it in your house because this is your quick fix conditioner. I call this in the salon, I call this our lunch hour special because it's an in and out conditioner. You get powerful conditioning, coating, and moisturizing really quick. I mean, when I say this is it, you'll feel the difference of your hair in 60 seconds. But it's a conditioner, and we can go deeper. And that's what we'll do in a minute. So this is what you want to put on. Take it, comb through it, hair. It'll condition the hair very fast. It only takes a minute. If you put it under the dryer for 5 minutes, it makes the hair even feel better. But it's a very quick conditioner. It's a great conditioner. Um, do we have somebody chat? I see something in the. Do we have a new message here? Thank you. Okay, got you. So it is a quick conditioner and it's made to be instant. It's a very instant conditioner. Shampoo. Make sure you're using the right. It's a light conditioner, instant and light, but it's one you can put in, fill it, help comb through the hair easily, distribute it completely through the hair. Let it then count your timer for 1 to 5 minutes. You're good, and then you can move on. It's great for when you don't have time to do a full treatment. but you need to do something to your hair. You know, I've even experienced people use it as a moisturizer because they didn't have time to treat their hair. And now this is when I've even heard this would to me debunks the theory of you over moisturize it and then it'll start breaking. Because I've seen plenty of people leave conditioner in their hair overnight or for the weekend because they ain't have time, pull it in a ponytail, and they gone. So and their hair didn't break off. So now if you did protein like that, it's a whole nother story. You you might be calling your hairstylist at church or coming like my clients, they'll meet me at church. I'm like, hey, could you look at this right quick? Uh, and I say, I have to act like the five heartbeats. My office hours are from 9 to. I'm just joking. I'll look at it. But this is what I'm saying. It's a great conditioner. It's quick and it's effective. Now, let's go in with treatments. Treatments are a higher brand, a higher quality of car, higher quality of ingredients are put in treatments. That's why you pay more for them. Like a K60, K60 would be the conditioner that I would do on my client and then bring them back to the chair and then keep it moving. It wouldn't charge. I don't charge for K60. That's me. It's a quick, basic conditioner. Then let's get into, and it's a moisturizer. So it's going to give you a light coat on the outside. Now, let's also talk. We were pre-talking about this particular class, and we were talking about some people they put oils on their hair and they consider that a conditioner. Oils are not conditioners. Let me say that. I know I might have broke some people's hearts. Oils have moisture, does give some moisture, but they're not conditioners. Oils are more barriers, moisture barriers. So if you condition your hair and you get conditioners in it, now some conditioners have oils in it, but oils act as barriers to your hair, or extra coating or sealing a conditioner in. It is not in its own a conditioner. Okay, so just because you put oil, you are not moisturizing your hair. You're oiling it. You're putting in a moisture force field, an oil force field on your hair. You need to get a conditioner in first, or a conditioner that if it does have some oil in it, that's fine, but it needs to have conditioners in it. All right, humectants or gall gum, something like that. If you're dealing with natural, I'm dealing with natural right now. They do have synthetic and chemical conditioners and stuff. That's a whole nother story. But oils are barriers. Let's just go officially say that. And I learned that from a chemist. Dr. Willie Morrow's daughter was a chemist, and her what is his name, out of California. They had such a great oh Lord, I would when I remember I'll have to tell Tony. It's a great they did a great video on did relaxers cause cancer. That video was extremely powerful, informative, I mean, to help you understand why that's a farce. Because the ingredient that they were talking about wouldn't even be put in relaxers. They will be put in shampoos or conditioners, but the chemical makeup of a relaxer would burn up the product. And you wouldn't use something that you never get a benefit out of. That being said, we'll move on. So oils are barriers, okay? They're great barriers, but they are barriers, okay? Now we move into treatment. Treatments cost more, the higher quality of ingredient, and most of the time they're liquid. A true hydration treatment are either liquids or very loose. I mean, really, I want to say all are liquid. If it's a sole um, hydration treatment, because hydration is inside water, hydration, and then it must have a humectant in it. Okay. Now you do have some moisturizers with a hydrating factor, and we'll learn about that too. But moisturizers merely coat the outside. They're designed to coat and treat the outside. Condition, like they put conditioners on the outside that allows your hair to stretch and return. Some have oils in them. Get a double combination in. But conditioners go on the outside. They're to add to. Hydrators or humectants are to draw in. That is the difference. Okay? Definitely understand that. So when something says hydrating in, it should have a humectant in it. Your hair is a natural humectant, like we said before, because when we used to press little girls' hair, and by the time they get to church, they have an afro ponytail instead of a cute ponytail because the hair draws it in out of the moisture. We're in Florida. We know about this. I've had to teach other educators. When you come to Florida now, some of the stuff you do up north ain't gonna work here because Florida is a peninsula surrounded by water. We relax hair harder. When we relax hair a little harder than you do up north. If we relax at 85%, the hair would swell sometimes before the person can leave out the parking lot. I've seen it happen. And so we relax a little bit harder to flatten that hair, okay? Because we know that the hair will draw in the moisture. If you're on the way to the beach, your hair will swell up before you get to the beach because your hair would draw it in. It is called a natural humectant. Okay, so we understand what humectants are. A substance that draws water, present water on the inside. Okay, let me see where we go. And yes, I did hear I see somebody said Power K60 works well. It really does as a conditioner. Now, treatments, next level. Next level is to me one of the ultimate treatments. It is fantastic. It has tons of conditioners in, and it's a humectant. It's liquidy, and it comes in a 32 ounce, and it's powerful. A little bit goes a long way. So the way it works, you place it on, it'll agitate and foam up, and then you let it rest until it absorbs in. When all the foam is gone, it has completed absorbing into the hair. So you have to let it sit and absorb in. You can add heat and it'll speed up the process of as the hair swells from the heat, the orifices opens up, the opening of the cuticle opens up, and it's received in. That is how cream conditioners give a little slight hydration, so they can say hydrating too. So it's kind of a marketing word, but some of it's true, but not as deep as a humectant that is designed just for that purpose. And next level is, I believe every hair should get hydration and then moisture because it gives you the best of the best. Okay, 2 treatments. I charge for both of them. So if you're getting hydration and then you're getting a great moisturizing conditioner, you're going to get charged for both because the both are valued. Now, true hydrators, do not give a lot of slip. You're not going to get a lot of slip from hydrators. So if you're trying to comb something out and you need slip, you need a conditioner because conditioners coat the outside and fill the cuticle, fill the holes in the cuticle. Natural and constructed hydrators don't do that. They're designed to absorb inside and hydrate the cortex, hydrate the guts of the hair. or or your body. It's like drinking water. That's the best way. Moisturizer are like putting on lotion, so you don't walk around ashy and you look biracial. Okay, and even though you might not want to be ashy. All right, let that soak in. Those that get it, get it. All right. So, are we understanding the difference between hydration and moisture? Type in the chat. Yes. I want to see somebody type in the chat. Yes. Okay. Good. Good. Follow me. Follow me. So, next level is a natural, is a chemical, is a process. It is let me say, a true hydrator. It is phenomenal. It has silk pro, it has amino acids in it, so it helps build up the inner structure of the hair and strengthen it and hydrate it. Hydration is definitely key. All right. Now that is next level. It's fantastic. Now we're going to talk about the next one is a superb treatment. It's another treatment. So we had one conditioner at the beginning, which is K60. We had next level, which is a treatment. Now we're talking about another treatment, which is a cream treatment called High Five Hydrating Mask. Okay. Hydrating mask is a marketing word because it gives some hydration. Now, if I had a client that need to be out, I'm gonna give a high five because she's gonna get a little bit of hydration and an excellent coat of high potency conditioners that coat that shaft. High five is an amazing hair mask. If you look at a mask is supposed to cover the outside. Okay. That's what it's doing. Hydrating, it lets you know it has some hydration benefits. So whenever, even if you don't add heat to it, it gives you a minimum hydration. It gives you some hydration and moisture. It's a superb. When I say it's a superb hydrating mask treatment, because it takes a little bit, goes a long way. Now I'm telling you, when I first used it, it felt so good as I applied it, and it felt amazing after. I just put on more. Oh, it's got to be better. And I'm a hairstylist. I got caught up. I got caught up because it is magnificent. It gave that smooth feel of the cuticle. Has anybody used High Five? Because when I say it's amazing, it is amazing. Anybody in the chat use High Five? No? Okay. Well, if you did, type in the chat yes. No, okay. I have Sam, yes. Sam, is it amazing? Does it make the hair shaft feel amazing and smooth out that cuticle or what? You can chime in if you want. Tony has them available, and you might be able to win it. I don't know if that's one of the prizes. We'll find out later. If it is, you better hope. Yes, it is amazing. So let's talk about, okay, how to use it. So when you shampoo and conditioning, your hair needs that moisture. Remember when I talked about you need that 700 to 1,000? You're gonna be in that range with High Five. With High Five, this is one you can use. It's a standalone conditioner, but if you know me, what do I want? I want the benefits of both. I want a true hydration, and I want a true this hydrating mask treatment that's going to coat and give. And if you add heat to it, when I say your hair feels like butter on, and you can just run your fingers down the shaft of it from root to end, especially if you combed it all the way through and you added heat, you definitely just grab the hair strand and just feel it. Individual strands of run your fingers through it, it will feel amazing to you. Okay, so how I use it now, if the client isn't in a rush and they want to get maximum benefit, I'm an H&M. They're gonna get H&M, hydration and moisture. Now, where I do it is I take them after they're finished shampooing their hair. We're gonna come in, we're gonna apply next level. I put it in a squirt bottle. Because you pour it on, it's too expensive. It's too rich. So while the hair still have some moisture tension. You don't want to dry it all out. You want to keep a little moisture on the hair. Part of the fourth section, spray it, massage it in because it'll have a little foaming action. Use a large tube comb it through, and rub it and mash it in. Marry that hair together, and you feel it go from root to ends. Do each one section at a time to make sure you thoroughly have saturated the hair to get maximum hydration. Place them under the dryer for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? When the hair no longer has foam or doesn't have that foamy action and it's flat and you grab it and you don't hear that squish, it has fully absorbed in. Right there, without rinsing, I'll take high five and put it on from root to ends. Combing it through, massaging it in, and then maximizing both conditioners. Put a plastic cap back on them and let them sit for another 10 to 15 minutes, then rinse off the excess. When I say your hair, look, you want to hurry up and shake your hair because it feels amazing. You maximize it, so you gave it superior hydration, superior hydrating mask treatment on the outside, and then you can walk away because your hair will feel like gold. Now, I will still go back in. Be careful of using high heated tools because one of the things when people are flat ironing and they're doing the hair, if their hair starts popping up and you get a lot of flyaways, your iron could be too high, and you could or you could have not used enough thermal protection. So then you will go in with your serum or your thermal protectant spray or serum and place on the hair. And if you persist to get those little flyaways, you need to turn down the heat on your iron, your flat iron. Because I see people do it and they keep trying to flat iron it. And it's the contrary. The external, all the protection has been burnt off. So you might have to get a light serum or thermal spray, place it on, or even do some curling wax pomade, turn down that heat, and then re-flat iron that hair if you can. But start off with a lower temperature and gently move it up. Just 450 is not for everybody. Some people need 300. I got a client that can do 200. You can do the same thing and just work a little slower. It's better that you protect your hair from thermal damage than to just try to be fast and try to get it done. Because you saw the stylist do it and you bought the same iron that the stylist. The stylist is a professional and has probably used it more than you. Now, I know some people that's at home that's bad now. They can put some stylists in the dirt. But let's tell you what works on the average. Turn that iron down, protect your hair. Don't burn off all the conditioners that you just used. And if your ends are super depleted, make sure you put you put that conditioner on there and get it all the way on them ends, especially if they're fried and you did high lift color. Definitely want to make sure you get that internal and external coat of treatment on that hair. Okay? There's certain people I go on it and I make sure it's all the way to the end with hydration. Then I come back with the high five and I put it on there, and I'm still going to follow with my thermal protectors, and I'm going to turn that iron down to protect that old hair. Okay? All right, let's time for questions. And we're getting ready to do our giveaway. So does anybody have any questions about the conditioner and the two treatments that I mentioned today?
We have a question on here. Are there any sulfur, sulfate in these products? In the products that you mentioned?
No, I don't think there's no sulfur or sulfate in the product. Sulfates are normally made for shampoos. Because okay, let's look at this. You hear some people say, "Oh, 2-in-1." That is the lie from the pits of hell. Let me say this: you cannot add and take away at the same time. I know it's not very effective. Let me say that. It's doing one of them as the majority. Any shampoo that says they do 2-in-1, it's not doing it at a maximum. Okay. If you're shampooing, I know we have a lot of great hydrating and detangling shampoos, but a conditioner is a conditioner. Shampoos are to take away. Now, some of them give you a little slip, but it's just a little bit. It's really a teaser for the conditioner because they're designed to pull things off. You have smart shampoos and you have dumb shampoos. In other words, smart shampoos to me, this is what I call a smart shampoo. The smart shampoo are really what I say for professionals and for other people. Um, it recognizes the difference between dirt and color. Okay, what I call a dumb shampoo as just a play on words. Some shampoos will take off your color and take off dirt. They're designed to take the dirt off. That's what the sulfates are designed to do, to pull it off. We get all the way down to the chemical. The dirt is what you call it, positive or negative, and the shampoo is the opposite. So the two come together, and then as you rinse, it pulls it off. Some shampoos, except for when you get with semi-permanents will come off anyway. But when you do a shampoo, it's designed to grab the negative substance and pull it off the hair. Okay? That's what the sulfates are for. Conditioners are made to add to. Hydrations add to. They add to the hair to condition the hair, to prep the hair for styling or to wear as is from that point with either some maintenance product. Does that help you out?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, and also High Five is excellent because High Five also is great for color treated hair. Help to maintain that color. It has like a preservative in it that helps maintain that color and bring out the vibrancy of that color too. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. So what goodies do you have? My hair is great. You will love hydration and High Five. Those would be really good, especially if your hair gray is resistant and feels hard. That that 1-2 combination that procedure I taught with the hydration and the High Five, that will really work good on your gray hair or hair that is resistant. When I say it's a 1-2 punch, it'll knock it out in the park for you. Okay, then your hair is still soft. Okay, well you might be able to just go in with the High Five by itself and get that little bit of hydration and that coat of moisture on it. It will still make that hair feel fabulous. Okay, good, good. Tony, you can take it over if any more questions. Hold on, can you see me? All right, okay, hold on. Boom, pop
There
back
you
up.
go. You back. You back. Okay. We got some free giveaways we're gonna give away. And we have a promo code for free shipping on anything you order. So anybody that attended this class tonight will give you a promo code for free shipping on anything that you order.
If you have not dropped your email in the chat to be added to the wheel and you would like to enter the giveaway tonight, what we'll be giving away is 3 8-ounce K60 conditioners. So I know that I see a few more people that had entered since I had said something earlier. But if you would like to enter, can you please drop your email address in the chat really quick so I can add you to the wheel? Okay, Erica.
And just to let everybody know also too, if you do win, Amber will be reaching out to you by email for your address so she can ship you your
Yes, you
K60.
should
So
receive a email tonight. An email will be sent out tonight. All right. Erica added hers. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and spin the wheel for the first one. Give me 1 second. The first winner is Washington Junior 20 at gmail.com.
Let's see you say.
All right,
The
I'm going to
last should be
remove.
made first.
And I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel for the next one. Burton Barber College at gmail.com is the next winner. I'm going to remove them. And here's the last spin. All right, Jacob Syria 833 at gmail.com is our last winner. I will be sending out emails tonight for shipping addresses. Thank you so much.
again, we want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and joining us. And we'll be doing this again probably within the next few weeks or so. But we'll be sending out emails to you to let you know. And if anybody have any questions before we leave,
Good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to help you guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to spend with us to get the knowledge, and we plan on bringing you more and more. If you have anything that you like us to share on, to teach on, to get some more education on, please contact Tony Payne and his team.
yeah, and we're always open to anybody that y'all ever have any questions, just feel free to send us an email. Email us at painsbeautysupply@gmail.com. We're always open to any questions you may have to try to help you. If we don't know the answer, we know where to go to get the answer. So,
Thank you for the
Mr.
opportunity.
Samuel Washington, we always appreciate you coming on.
Yes, Sam, I hit you up on Facebook. Check it.
All right, everybody, have a nice evening.
All right, see y'all later.
Thank